Good morning, 819S. Today's my day off, but I gotta do a little shopping. And on my way to the shopping center, I see that the firefighters are doing some kind of drills over there. It's kind of interesting. I frankly don't know what they're actually doing. This is one of their Tokyo Fire Department training grounds back here. I always wanted to see, I forgot what it's called, but I think they have a Yamaha Sero rescue bike that they use in the Tokyo Police Department, and they use in some fire departments around Japan. I've always wanted to see one in real life, but I've never really seen them. Doesn't seem like there are any here today either. That's sad. Yeah. But today, what I do want to talk about is some apps you can use in Japan. So I use a lot of different apps, but I think the main ones are definitely weather apps. There's I guess I use an iPhone, so the main iPhone app is the standard that I use to check the weather. But if you're in Japan, I highly recommend the Yahoo weather app. It has a radar, which again the iPhone app also includes, but the weather radar for the Yahoo app, in my opinion, seems to be a little bit more accurate. It will also show you how heavy the rain will be at certain points. When it's really close to the time you're at right now, close to real clock time, it's about 10-15 minute increments. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, you can see at 10 o'clock it should be like this, at 10:15 it should be like this, at 10:30 it should be like that. So you can potentially find a window where the weather will be nicer, and you can leave before or after that to make sure you're not going to get rained on. I have used that so many times to save my butt. If I have to wait 10 or 20 minutes to avoid the heavy downpour, I really don't mind it, actually. If it saves me from getting really, really wet, it's a good thing, I think. Oh, this shop right here, they have tons of Skylines. I don't know what this shop is. Not only Skylines, but Sylvia's and other race cars, but it's just a lot filled with Skylines. It's amazing. Shaft Auto Service, that's what it looks like the name is. I hesitate to find out what the price is because I think they've got to be super expensive. Prices have skyrocketed for cars like that these days. Never actually seen the place open. It's always been kind of locked up, but you know, with a lot full of Skylines, you're sure somebody's there. But going back to apps, the radar app on the iPhone is very general and vague, so it'll give you a big overview of what the weather could be like. And like I said, in my opinion, it doesn't work as good as the Yahoo one. It can give you a basic idea, but the Yahoo one will tell you minute by minute or 10 minute by 10 minute what the weather will be like. The Yahoo one being based in Japan seems to be a little bit more accurate. The iPhone one being like a global weather system, I think it's close, but it's not perfect. Another one that I want to use is some kind of route recording app. Google Maps, I think, can track your history, so if you really want to, you can just use Google Maps. I don't use that as much. I tried a bunch of different apps. Eat, Sleep, Ride is gone now. Ride with GPS was really made for bicycles, but it does work for motorcycles too. River seems to be the main one, and then Kalimoto is also pretty good. I used Kalimoto with the subscription for a while, and I liked it, but unfortunately I haven't been touring that much these days, so I canceled the subscription. I also have never paid for the subscription for River, so I don't know how good it is when you have an actual paid subscription. I don't know exactly what the difference is. I would like an app, and I think both of these can do it, that when I'm on a group ride, I can see where the other riders are in my group. In my opinion, that lets us ride our own ride. We can get separated, but you can always open the app and find out where the other person is. And yeah, I think you could also use Find My iPhone or Find My Friends to do the same thing, again, without having to pay any extra money if you're on iPhone. I do use Find My iPhone or Find My Friends with my wife from time to time. My wife has access to mine, so especially if I go out touring, Find My Friends means if I'm late or delayed or something like that, my wife can just open the app and she can find the pin of where I am, and then she doesn't really have to worry. And if I'm stopped at the same place for a long time, maybe she can understand. Hopefully never, but she could understand if I crashed or something like that. She can get someone to take appropriate actions. So again, hopefully I never need that, but that's interesting. As far as maps goes, I think there are a few motorcycle specific maps in Japan, but I think Google Maps and Apple Maps are the typical go-tos. Google Maps is the one that I use the most, but I do like Apple Maps. My only complaint with Apple Maps is it sometimes takes me... I guess I don't have as much control over some of the options. The avoid tolls, and I don't know. I can't articulate it at the moment, but some of the controls don't seem to work as well as Google Maps, or it's possible that I'm just more used to Google Maps, so I know what to expect when I have certain settings set. I never use the highway. I think the highway in Japan is a waste of money. And I only say that because I don't have the budget. If I had a bigger budget to be able to use the highway, I probably wouldn't say that. But Motoland, Bike Hambai. I've ridden past this place a bunch of times, but I don't know what it is. Parts Hambai, Shinsha, Chukosha, Gyaku Nyusha. Huh. I've never seen anybody here. I've never seen the building open. I wonder if it's an old company. Anyways. Yeah, I have been sent astray on Apple Maps a few times, and I know that they keep making changes and updates to it, so I think maybe the latest updates are a lot better. And as I said, I haven't been touring that much these days, so I haven't had a chance to see how the new updates work. But I am interested in using it again, and again, Google Maps is still my go-to for most trips. As far as other apps, there are some Japan-specific motorcycle apps. There's a motorcycle social media. I think it's like Motokure or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. Nirinkan, this here is a bike shop, of course. You can see all the bikes up front. It's nice. Yeah, there are a few other motorcycle-specific ones, but I don't really use any of them. The motorcycle SNS I like because you can see where local people are going and you can see what local people are doing. It's all Japanese, so you have to be able to read and write Japanese. Read to be able to see where people are, and write if you want to get in touch with anybody. I don't think I've seen any English on that app ever, so if you wanted to try using it in English, your mileage may vary. And yeah, I think those are the main apps that I use. The weather app I use every single day. If I am planning to go to Yamanashi, the weather forecast for this area will say that the weather will be nice, but I want to see, will there be rain over there, will there be rain over here. It works really well for me. And yeah, another bike shop. This area has tons and tons of bike shops. There's something cool in there, but I can't quite figure out what it is. It's one thing that I also really like about Japan. There are motorcycle shops everywhere. There's tiny little shops, there's big shops, there's chain shops. I think, especially around Tokyo, it doesn't matter what street you go on, there is a motorcycle shop. Yeah, so if you have any app recommendations, leave a comment down below. And as always, If there's anything you'd like me to talk about in a future episode, definitely leave a comment, and I will do my best to talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe.